All right, you ready? Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, this is going to be fun. Before we start with the music, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Anderson Paak. Yes, Lord.
If you can name the artist, you win $5.
Money?
What kind of music first do you listen to?
Everything.
All right, here you go.
This is Thundercat. It's a tough one because the drum loop, it could have been a few different ones. It could have been Ice Cube, it could have been Isley Brothers, but it's Thundercat.
Tell me about Thundercat.
Thundercat's my brother. He's one of my best friends, one of the coolest, weirdest, funniest, most talented people I know. We've been through a lot with each other. We've done a lot of tours and a lot of cool stories. Shout out to Thundercat.
You have like a favorite song you guys have worked on together?
One of them is unreleased, and I plan on putting on my new album.
Can you show me after this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just open the shirt up.
This would be Mariah Carey, the Mariah Carey.
This is one of the greatest songs ever made.
I remember like 5th grade or something watching the music video, just having like a huge crush. It just brings back a lot of nostalgic memories.
There's one of the music videos where she's on the roller coaster. I think it's Fantasy.
Yes. Great songwriter, producer, and pioneer with like mixing hip hop and R&B.
You ever do any music together?
Yeah, we're working on some music on our
you
new
are
album.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marvin Gaye. Yeah. Do you think this song sounds like the Robin Thicke song?
A little bit.
I never understood that.
What about the drums?
I feel like their version's so much faster, and like this one has just got a groove, just like settles in, but I don't know.
How amazing is this song?
Ultimate party starter. It's one of those timeless cuts. I like how there's like background people talking in the back, the snare drums hitting, Marvin's incredible vocals.
Maybe that's part of what it is too that makes them similar, is like the ad-libs and the people talking in the back.
They're just like, the tempos are so different, and I don't know.
Heard it here first.
Postal Service? Yeah.
There's a story with the song.
I did a cover of this on a project that I called Cover Art, and it was about taking songs that were from like white artists and doing them in a soulful way. A lot of the rock and roll songs that black artists did had to be done by a white artist in order to get on the charts, so I kind of wanted to flip that.
How'd you choose Postal Service? Are you a fan?
I was a big fan, yeah, and I remember watching movies like Garden State and being really into like a lot of indie stuff. You know, I have a like wide range of music, but there was a point where I was like, I just want to listen to Beck and Postal Service and the Shins. It was a phase.
The millennial, like every millennial was like in that
exactly.
era.
Only wearing like super tight jeans, black frames.
Could be looking at you from a freeway trailer.
Francis and the Lights? Yeah.
Woo! What do you know about them?
Francis and the Lights is crazy, man. He's an incredible writer, producer, really experimental, but also soulful. So many different genres in one. Very inspired by him when I was, writing and coming up with my stuff.
Do you have a favorite drummer who sings?
Phil Collins, Kieran Carpenter. James Brown's a drummer. Chaka Khan's a drummer.
I saw you around this time last year. Seeing how you play and sing at the same time was like on another level. Blew me away.
Thanks.
Could you always do that? I guess as a drummer, you're multitasking already.
If I had to think about it, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. It just came out of necessity. We couldn't keep a drummer, and my band is very picky. I'm very picky, and every time we got a good drummer, they got a gig and they were out of the band, and so I was kind of forced to have to play. And for a while, nobody cared about it, and we played shows and I was playing drums. It wasn't until we did Tiny Desk that I started seeing people really like take notice.
You drink up all my liquor, come on, what I'm supposed to do now? And you talking all that shit, come on, you gon' have to back it up.
I realized how unique it was, and certain songs I can't play drums and sing, and I get off, and we have a drummer now that plays with us. It's something that I'm still developing, and
but that also makes for a cool performance when you leave the kit.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'm gonna get people hyped right now.
Yeah, exactly, man.
What has happened down here?
This is my boy.
Starts with that.
Randy Newman.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Not Paul Newman. Yeah. Randy Newman. Yeah. Oh man, what a voice! What a songwriter.
Yeah, what's good with him?
He's great. It makes you feel like just being a kid again, like just throwing a baseball, like to your playing catch with your dad. It's so wholesome, but he's also like got a great sense of humor when he writes, and they're deeper than you think.
The stuff that he thinks about, the way that he talks about stuff in his lyrics.
Short people.
And his voice.
It's cool. He's just like the guy at the bar, like playing, at 2 a.m.
They don't make them like that
They
anymore.
don't, man. They don't.
That was this very specific time in culture back then. It was just like, all right, let me
Well, that's how you know a good song. You could play it on the piano and it works.
100%.
Man, she's fucking me up, dog. This girl still sit Indian style lotus position. Why is that? Not eating the pork. Why is that?
Sarah, creative partners.
Tell me about these guys.
Sarah, they were some of my first mentors. Omos Keith, Taz Arnold, Shafiq. I used to live with him. I was his chauffeur, his weed man, his assistant, his chef, all kinds of things. And he really helped me out when I needed a place to stay with my family. And he opened his studio to me and showed me a lot of things about creativity and production, put me onto so much music, so much history as well. He's a real big history buff. Omos Keith is one of the greatest producers. I produced a song with him called Tints with Pomo, and that was the song that I got to work with Kendrick Lamar on.
I can't be round that open street. I need tennis.
These guys really have such a knowledge in music, all kinds of different music, and the way they produce, you can hear it. One of the first groups to really embrace us and bring us in when we first came out to LA. How much money have I won?
You're at 320.
This is cash, right?
320 cash.
Nice.
We're going to Nobu.
Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
Herbie Hancock, the greatest.
Yeah, what's good with him?
He's still doing it, young as ever. Headhunters, like I wanted to play drums like that. All the drummers he played with. His vocoder, underrated. Loved everything he's done with Miles as well, and just to see his evolution, and he's still doing it. You can still go see him at the Hollywood Bowl, killing it. I got to work with him through a group that I signed, Domi and JD Beck. I was able to help them on a song, so that was awesome. Great honor, and he was just awesome, just the nicest person, has great stories. That's like a career that I would want.
What I always thought was interesting is how he caught flack, all the jazz heads, when he started doing more electronic stuff and getting the synth out.
Yeah.
We're like, what are you doing?
That's what an innovator is, you have to know how to adjust and adapt and feed your artistic expression, and you can't really worry about what people are saying. That's how it is. I think you have to learn how to work hand in hand with technology, and even now with people making a big deal about like AI or all kinds of different things, I think the people that are creative enough and the innovators are going to learn how to work hand in hand and create something different. I mean, even Bob Dylan got flack for using an electric guitar, so it's just, sign of the times.
Have you experimented with AI?
Even like forms of like auto-tune or, there's different things that like when you quantize beats and work on Pro Tools and stuff, that I feel like all that's a form of AI as well. And there are producers that I worked with. Sick. So
That's an amazing point.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. And that's all I got to say about AI. Dilla.
Tell me about him.
Jay Dilla, I mean, the greatest. And an Aquarian, a fellow Aquarian.
Yeah.
Detroit, legend, world legend.
Okay, wait, let's slow down. Sorry. Let's talk about the Aquarians.
Aquarius. I'm Aquarius, February 8th. Jay Dilla's Aquarius. He is a February, as well as Dr. Dre, as well as D'Angelo. The list goes on and on and on.
So you become a musician?
You have no choice.
Are you more likely to become a musician?
Yeah, pretty much. We tend to be artist types.
So something about Dilla, the time, the phrasing.
Dilla is, he kind of coined the whole, like, the feel of, like, laying it back and not doing these quantized style drums. He would do these long loops and these interesting chops. Everybody's been kind of chasing that sound for a while, and no one does it like him.
Have you used that?
A little bit, yeah, because when I was coming up playing drums, I wanted to try to emulate that as well.
Yeah.
But on in a live sense, how I place my snare and everything. And at one point, when you are a drummer, it's about like trying to be like the drummer that has all the greatest drum fills and playing fast. And then eventually you get to a point where none of that matters and you just want to sit in a pocket. And Dilla's got a great pocket.
I read somewhere that Questlove, after he heard Jay Dilla, everything that he ever knew about drums, he's like, I'm starting from the ground up almost.
Start over. Quest is another one, a great drummer with a great feel and a great sound. That's what it's about.
I had this, I don't know why I thought maybe You would know this.
Toto.
You like Toto?
I do.
I had a feeling.
They're an incredible band. I feel like they were like writing for a lot of people too, or like a session band, and then
They were the session band on Thriller?
session band on Thriller and a bunch of like yacht rock. I love that song. Really soulful and got a good drum groove.
Orchestration is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play you another song.
Such a night. It's such a night.
It's the Sirens. Hold on.
Come back!
Oh my God. Okay, hold on, dude.
What are you hearing? What's standing out?
His voice.
His voice?
In the drums. It's got like this kind of piano,
Yep.
ragtime kind of deal.
You might like be a PhD of sorts.
Oh, Dr. John? Yes, let's go! You gotta be joking!
What do you know about Dr. John?
Is it New Orleans or?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, man. I know my shit. Oregon, piano, got a cool look. Kind of look like the KFC Colonel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I bleed that guy.
Let's keep going.
You're gonna get a percentage.
I've seen the bright lights of Memphis and the Commodore Hotel.
This is what he was waiting for. You didn't want the early ones. You were like, let's go deeper.
It's got the New Orleans feel.
They have a New Orleans style, but I don't know if they're from New Orleans.
A group.
Have you heard this before? We're going to Nobu.
It's not Van Morrison.
It's a band called Little Feat.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Did I just lose all my money?
Yeah.
Let's go. Are you kidding me?
We're back where we started.
I lost a lot of money, and I can't get over it.
What's happening in life?
Man, life's great. I'm in New York City. It's springtime, but I don't think you guys know that yet.
No, we didn't get the memo.
Yeah, but hey, it's awesome. I got a show tonight. I'm working on new music. I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have met you.
Appreciate that.
Much love.